Test, test. Test, test. Test, 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 test. Un momento. Happened last time. Where do I go for my audio on OBS? Just audio. Test, test. Test, test. Test. Okay. All right. Now let's check on the Twitch. Okay. Okay. All good. All good on your end. Okay. Oh, Lee's there. Okay. Good. Well, hello everybody. Welcome to another live stream. Uh-oh. One sec, guys. Hey Paul, what's up? Gonna join our bookish stream. We're just talking about books we read this month. And I think I'm gonna sneeze.
All right, hello?
Yes.
New mic, so we're trying to connect the mic, I guess.
Connect it to what exactly?
Discord and all that. Okay. All right.
You're fine.
Well, it's connected to OBS. I mean, not OBS, Discord. It's not connected to OBS. That's what I...
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay. All right. I think we're all good.
Okay. Welcome to another live stream of our bookish wrap up for the month. Avery here.
Mason, hello. Sorry. It's been a long month. Even though it's February, it's been a long
The
month.
shortest month. Yeah. Happy March tomorrow, guys. Just a couple hours.
Happy Lunar New Year to my fellow Asians.
Happy Lunar New Year.
Year of the Snake. Yeah.
Happy late Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day, Galentine's Day, Sad Day, all those days.
It's like Martin Luther King Day, is it? This month, I think.
Honestly, I don't know because
I can't keep track of the birthdays.
yeah, and all these federal holidays I have no clue about. I still work on those federal holidays, so it kind of just passes me by, and I don't know. So
yeah, dude, this year's already flying fast. Flying by fast. That's crazy. But yeah, anything that you want to share?
Nope. It's February.
February.
It was February. February. I mean, I don't know. Nothing new happened with me. I don't think. No.
Were you able to fix your washing machine?
Oh, yeah. They had to come by when we were at work, so we had to lock Kira up in the bedroom. She was so sad.
Aw. Was it major? Like, what, you need a new washing machine, or?
No, I'm not sure. I think there was a sock stuck somewhere.
Oh.
I think it was clogged up by a sock.
Oh, it's happened to me with my old washing machine. Like, I overloaded it, I think. Then a sock got stuck.
Yeah, but now it's all fixed. I can do laundry again. Woo!
That's good. I was always stressed out whenever, like, in the past, my washing machine went on.
Yeah. I mean, I had enough scrubs to last me like 3 weeks. It's just Lee, he only has like a week's worth of scrubs, so he has to wash his clothes like every single week. He was the one who was like freaking out the most. I'm like, I'm good. I still have scrubs. I still have scrubs. What about you? Anything new?
Not much. Just a bunch of like home adjustments. So, got my son a big boy bed, or maybe like an adult bed or something. Yeah, I got him a new bed. He's adjusting to that. And then I'm transitioning my dog, Suli, to be more of an outdoors dog since she's older and can't control her bladder and whatnot. So we're transitioning her to like when we leave, like she'll be outside or something, so she can do her business and stuff freely. But she'll be inside most of the time still. But just getting our backyard adjusted, like to have it a little bit nicer for her. And that's about it. Last night we just found out that my sister-in-law is pregnant. So that's exciting for my son since more cousins his age, or plus his age.
Nice.
Oh, and I updated my name.
Your what?
I finally updated my name. It's hyphenated now. It's
Okay.
been like how many years? It's hyphenated. Because we're working on getting our passports. Finally.
and then and
Yeah.
two ends, right? Two ends.
A-N. So it's
And
A-L-N-N.
Ellen.
And then my son is N-N-N.
Then.
Yeah. CJ is just usual.
Well,
Uh,
Nolan, he only has your husband's last name, right? Is
and
he
my
this?
maiden name is his middle name.
Okay.
So N-N-N.
And
Yeah.
nice.
So like the first letter and the last letter of each name are all N's. So N-N, N-N-N. It was not planned. Not planned. Just happened. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. Um, yeah.
Okay. So it looks like um you can't, people can't hear me on your on on yours.
Really? That was like the only thing I was hearing when I was testing. Hello. Test, test.
Test. Not her Twitch or her YouTube. I mean her Twitch.
Can you say something?
Test.
Oh no. Okay. So is this something on my end?
I don't know.
Okay, hold on, guys. Technical difficulties. Um. Test. Yes. Can you say something again?
Test.
Yes. Can you say something again? Oops. Okay. Un momento. Oh, that's if I can hear me on your Twitch stream. I can't hear the only vid where I can hear both of you is Mia's video. Might have to do with Mia getting a new mic. Okay. It's weird because I could hear you on Discord. Hold on.
Call your technical support.
I know.
La. Talkie talk. Ticky tock. Talk. Test. Whoop. Wee. Whoop. Eh. Wee. Whoop. Eh. Do you guys know where that's from? I'll give you a hint. Doogie Howser. Well, it's not Doogie Howser. It's has Doogie Howser or Neil Patrick Harris, Allison Hannigan, Colby Smulders, what's his name? Josh Radner, and Michael Erickson.
Did you figure it out?
No, I don't know.
Because CJ says he can hear you.
Oh, okay. Just keep rambling till I hear noise from her stream. Okay, well, let me see.
Okay, let me try again.
Gee. La, 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 la. On your YouTube or Twitch? Are you streaming on YouTube or just your Twitch?
Both.
Oh.
Test.
Testy test. Ticky tocky. Tick tack tock tock. Test. Tick tock. Ticky tock.
Hold on.
Can't hear me?
My IT's coming. You don't hear. Ah, it's me.
Sorry, you.
Hey, girl.
Oh, Zuli.
Get me. Oh.
Hola.
Hola.
¿Cómo estás?
Bien, bien, y bien. ¿Y tú?
Bien, bien.
Ay, bien, bien. Mucho gusto. What's going on here? What is going on? Huh?
Lee says that Amber's YouTube/Twitch can't hear me.
True. You know what? True. That is true. Okay. Try talking.
Test.
Ooh.
Test.
Oh, did you hear that? It's an echo. Okay. I think we're good now. So what's up? What's new? What y'all reading? What's your girls reading? So like, it's this book. It's like so good.
Like, oh my gosh, that book
Oh
is
my
like
God.
totes best.
Did you read like A Court of Thorns or whatever? Oh my God, it's like a court, right? And there's like thorns, and it's like spirally
Like,
things
oh my
on
gosh.
the cover, and it's like, oh my
Avery
God.
cannot even. I cannot even with you right now.
It's so edgy, so pokey.
Girl.
Okay, it works.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, I see. I gotta be book stream.
Oh, really? You need to see.
Zuli, come on.
Like
Come on. Hey, loud nails.
patter.
Pitter patter.
Loud nails. Let's go downstairs.
Oh, Zuli.
We go in the office.
Test.
Okay. All right.
Nice.
Should we
Okay. So, should we...
Okay. Welcome.
Welcome again.
Take two. AveryWolfe here.
Mason K.
Welcome to another reading wrap up for 2025.
February reading wrap up. All
Yes.
right, let's see. Let's go over the prompts. Second chance romance, pink or red cover, a book with a curse, movie/show adaptation. Sound good? Sound familiar?
I didn't get second chance romance, I don't think. Or maybe I read one. Probably it'll count. Probably it'll count. Okay, yes. Sounds good.
Okay, let me see here. Let me get my.
What was, did you feel that you had a good quality reading month this month?
Quality. Quantity. Let's see. Quality. I'm like it's. I got a few good ones and a lot of eh.
Me too. I have a lot of meh.
All right. But I mean, I think we have a book in common that we both read this month, right?
Sorry, stir, bro.
IT's back.
Why does your mic sound like that? Why does your mic sound like that?
No, please.
Why does your mic sound like that? Why does your mic
Is there
sound
Sim?
like that?
Is there something dangling on your
Why
mic?
does your mic
Yeah.
sound like that? Why does your
You
mic
gave it to me actually.
sound like that?
What is it?
It's a little Sailor Venus.
Does your mic-
Why does it still sound like that?
Oh, that's cute.
I'm like, you got it for me.
Did I?
Yeah. I think it was like you got me like a Sailor Moon car freshener too. And I think it was like when you got me like stationery. Like a long while ago. Does it
Okay,
sound
like we've known each other for like how many years already?
You're like, oh, did I get it?
Did I?
Is it okay? Okay. Thank you. Oh boy.
Okay, so are we gonna do our lowest read?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see here.
Oh, my lowest. Let me look at my Goodreads. I have a couple twos. What's your lowest?
Maybe like a 2 bordering on 3. Like maybe high 2s.
Okay.
You know what?
Okay. Oh, okay. I have 3. I have 3 twos. So,
Wow.
if you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
You can go first. I wonder what's your first 2. You know what? Now that I'm looking at it, maybe I only have like maybe 1, 2.
Okay. Do you want me to go first? Okay. I'll go first. Okay. So my first one was an Audible. Isn't it Audible original? Not Audible original, but it's only on audiobook.
Mm-hmm.
And I read Two Can Play by Allie Hazelwood. Have you heard of this?
No, I have not.
Okay, so like for obvious reasons, if you guys know me, you could probably see why I picked this up. because I like to play video games.
Mhm.
And yeah, so I was like, okay, it's a bit like a video game romance. Okay. So the setup of this is it's super short. So it's like a novella. So setup is um there is two like gaming companies
Mhm.
that are trying to work together to create this video game. And one company where the male love interest works is known for like I guess like their action mechanics and stuff like that. And the company where the main character works is known for like their story making. And yeah, and they've been known to be like rival companies, but like they decided to work together to like, you know, make this like video game that's supposed to be big. And yeah, so it's like it's kind of like so you think it's enemies to lovers, but it's really he fell first trope. And there's a little bit of miscommunication going on. And yeah. So the reason I gave it a 2 star is for somebody that's like been playing video games for most of my life. And, you know, I feel like I have a good idea of how like people that play video games act and stuff, or gaming, like people that create video games, developers and stuff. I have a pretty good idea of like how they act. So reading how Ellie Hazelwood interpreted how video game developers acted and spoke was kind of like taking me out of it because it didn't feel authentic, I guess you could say. I mean, if you are a video game developer, you can correct me if I'm wrong if you read this. But yeah, it just doesn't feel authentic. Like it kind of feels cringy at times and
Like
whatnot.
she's never been in a video game lobby in her life.
Yeah, like I feel like she was throwing in like video games here and there just so that could fit the title, I guess. Like random video games, like, oh, what's your favorite video game? My favorite video game is this. Oh, blah blah blah. And then like another chapter she'll like describe something, oh, it was like this video game, blah blah blah. I'm like, okay. Like, it's
Like-
kind of hard to explain.
Yeah.
But
like she herself doesn't have firsthand knowledge of video games, but she kind of probably just talked to someone describing video games to her.
yeah, like, oh, it's not as good as Red Dead Redemption 2, blah blah blah. Like, yeah, I just feel like she was kind of just like throwing in video games just so that it could like attract to the gamers out there, I guess. But like if you take all the video games out, it's really about a girl that was obsessed with like this book series growing up because of her dad, and she wanted to develop a game based off it. And the guy recently read the book series too and wanted to that's why he wanted to create this game based off that book series. So that's I don't know. Do with that what you will.
Okay.
Two can play. That's not my jam.
Maybe she
It's
should
like-
just stick to her science romance.
Yeah, it's
It's like the same formula for all her other books, where it's like the guy falls first, but he acts standoffish, and the girl's like, "Why doesn't he like me?" Blah blah blah. Same formula, different like world, social world, I guess. Anyways,
Okay.
that was
Well,
that.
I probably didn't heard about that book because it's not a
It's not a physical book
yeah.
yet, at least.
Yeah, and I don't really listen to Audible, so
Mm-hmm.
probably don't know. Okay, so my number two, my 2 rating book is Rule Number 5. I don't know if you can see it.
Okay.
Rule Number 5. It
Sports?
is a college hockey book. It's a hockey romance. So it's just about this girl who has these 5 rules when it comes to like dating or hooking up, because she doesn't want anything too serious. She's just trying to focus on school, graduate, and get to like graduate and become like a lawyer. And she doesn't want guys and dating to interfere with that, so she comes with 5 rules to make sure she succeeds in life. And then of course this hockey player comes along and, oh my gosh, I love her so much and I want to hook up with her, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, blah 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 stuff happens and they get together. So the thing about this book, this was, according to the author, this was a complete re-edit, a rewrite. She took the original and basically just rewrote the whole thing and changed the title to Rule Number 5. I forgot what the original title was. I gave this a 2 because I think she either took some important stuff out and or added too many things in that didn't make sense.
Okay.
Like there's sorry, wait. Okay.
It's okay.
So like there's a couple of scenes where the main girl would be adamant about not giving this guy any attention, focusing on school, and then a second later that guy's all who she thinks about. Like she can't get him out of her head, blah blah whatnot. I don't know if I'm describing this right, but I would constantly be so confused. I'd be like, wait, how did this scene transition to this other scene? You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Like I would have to reread the previous paragraphs to make sure I'm not missing anything. I felt like pages were missing from this book that should have either been left there or should have been included, because I was just confused the whole time. Like, why does she like him again? Wait, why is she hanging out with this guy again? Wasn't she just at work?
Oh no.
So she just missed a lot of key details in this rewrite, and I was just constantly rereading paragraphs and chapters just to see where she was coming from. And then because of that, I was starting to hate the main girl. She was, I feel like she was so toxic because this guy is trying his very hardest to woo her, to like be the guy for her, and all she's doing is just what is that? She's just like stringing him along.
Mm-hmm.
Like she would tell him, "Oh, like this is just temporary. This is just temporary. I'm going to move to Canada soon. We can't be a thing." And then the next thing she's like, "I want to give this a try. I want to be with you." And then another scene like, "Oh, we can't do this. I'm moving away and this is only temporary." And this guy is just going along with it. I was like getting whiplash with her emotions. I was just, come on, just if you don't want to be with him, just let him go.
Oh no.
Just let him go. Don't play with his heart. I was like, okay, whatever. I felt, at this point, I felt so sorry for the dude. I just wanted him to, like, forget her number.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What was like the overall rating on that book?
A 2. Just
Like
because.
overall for like other people?
Oh.
Or do you
like
Yeah,
I
like,
guess on Goodreads it has like a 4, like 4.2, 4.3 stars.
oh,
With 16,000
leading.
people rating it. I don't know. I was just like, oh. I just want to know what the first edit was like, or the first edition read like. I was, I don't know. Whatever. Like, if people like it, good for her.
So, is that a standalone or what kind of series?
I mean, it can be read as a standalone. It's just part of this companion series. You know, those
Is it
books.
safe to say you're not going to continue?
Yep,
to read
I'm not
that
going to
one?
continue.
Okay.
Oh.
Alright.
Oh, yeah, another thing about this book. So, book number 2, I was thinking of reading it, right? Because I read the plot in number 2, and I was just like, oh, it's like a Romeo and Juliet-esque type of thing, except without the dying. But then in this first book, it had the main couple in there, but like the main couple of book number 2 were already together. They're already like engaged to be married. And then I was like, wait. And then I read the plot of number 2 again. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. Book number 2, they're not together. They're actually like the whole, yeah, like I was see, my brain is right. my brain is just like misfiring neurons right now, because that's what made me confused. I'm like, wait, am I reading the second book of this series and book 2 is actually the first one? Because the side couple are already together. They're about to get married. But book number 2 made it seem like they're not together, like they've never met. So what the hell? But no, this is book 1. And then book 2, I guess, is like a prequel.
Oh. Okay.
I was like, that's not fun. I don't care. I already know they're getting married. I don't want to know how they got together now.
That's confusing.
Yeah. But no, I'm not going to read the other books.
Okay.
Okay.
So the first book that talked about, Two Can Play, that was my second chance romance
Mm-hmm.
because they met previously. I think it was like through friends or something, and again at like a wedding, and then fast forward, they met again when they realized they had to work together. But anyways, back to my next 2-star. Which one? Okay. Just like a sheen.
Hmm?
Okay, so I gave Lunar Love 2 stars. This is the book that we both read for the month of February because of Lunar New Year. So if you don't know, so Lunar Love is about, it's mostly about like the Chinese zodiac and like creating a dating, like a dating, what's it called? A dating, not a, in her case, a dating, what am I looking for? What's the word? Oh, I can't hear you again. What happened?
Oh, sorry. I accidentally
I
pushed
was
mute.
like, I can't hear you.
It's like those reality dating shows, except there's the matchmaking services.
Yes, matchmaking.
I had to go through that.
I was like, oh, what was? Yeah, because I read this like at the beginning of the month ish, so a lot of things escaped me. But yeah, so it's about this girl that's, you know, continuing her family's matchmaking like company service, whatever, and then there is the love interest in the book that developed a similar concept, but like an app. And, you know, she's pissed when she finds out like that this company is, you know, a thing because, you know, it's taking business away from her or whatever. And it's like taking away from, you know, the traditional like Chinese, I don't know, like beliefs or something about the zodiac and matchmaking, whatever. And so what happens is that she ends up like, I guess like she ends up like setting herself up on a date with the owner of the app to kind of prove that his app isn't like
The greatest.
it's not oh my gosh, my words. It's oh, go ahead.
I know what you want to say. It's not as
Help us, guys.
it is not as great as actual. So her company uses the Chinese zodiac. It's not the word capabilities. It's compatibilities.
Yeah. So like she will.
She's all about compatibility. I can't say that word.
So like her company, she'll literally like meet with her clients and get to know them and like whatnot, and then she'll like match make from like the information like they give her and like, you know, like her what she's learned from them. Whereas his company will matchmake based off the algorithm on his app. And so she's trying to prove that the algorithm shouldn't like
Be matching
equal.
up people. Just
Yeah, it doesn't equal like a happy relationship or whatever.
like she's
And
all about in-person customer service, like the one-on-one.
yeah, it's like it's traditional that way. And yeah, so she sets herself up on a date with him, and she kind of like catfishes him in the beginning, and then he finds out, blah blah blah, and then they start like trying to set each other up with other of their clients to prove that their company is better or whatever, but then really they're falling for each other. Romance ensues. So, okay, so the reason why I gave it 2 star, probably like it's not as bad as Two Can Play. Like maybe it's like a 2.5 or something. But I don't know, it's just like there's something about it, like I wasn't, like I didn't care about the romance. Like I found the main character kind of annoying because she was like, oh, that's not right, it's not traditional, blah blah blah. And she like, yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say she was acting like an elitist for the Chinese zodiac.
Yeah,
Like she's very, very elitist when it came to, like, it was either her grandma's way or no way.
yeah. And yeah, and I just, so that was like annoying. And the fact that she kept like talking about food, like even though it wasn't like Chinese, like she was talking about food. I'm like, dude, like why are you describing like your sandwich to me? Like I want to like know, I want more of like the romantical side of it. But yeah, she kept like describing foods and whatnot. And yeah, it didn't
hit.
the whole it didn't hit. Just like the whole, like you okay, like you kind of know that you're like crushing on this person. Like why would you, I don't know, why would you waste your clients' times? Or like why would you waste time? Like just tell them like, oh, like I have these feelings for you already or something. Let's try to like stop denying your feelings. And you're wasting other people's time by like trying to set them up with the other dude, and then he's setting up his clients with you. Just like talk to each other. Stop wasting time. But yeah, and then, like the ending was kind of annoying because I was like, oh, well, your grandma was wrong anyways. So like, shit, your grandma told you lies. I don't know. But yeah, that was my take.
Yeah, same. I gave it like, I want to say I gave it like a 2.5, almost 3 stars. The main character was annoying. She was like stubborn.
Yeah.
Is she a rat or a horse? I don't know.
I think he was a rat.
Yeah, she was. It makes sense if she's a horse because she was stubborn AF.
Yeah, and they were like both like mixed.
They're like both like half Chinese, half white.
Yeah,
or something.
and they had to make it like known. I'm mixed.
I'm a mixed race. Okay, you know how hard it is to be a mixed race. I'm like, bro, so am I.
Like in this company, like.
Oh
my gosh. I was like, okay.
Yeah. It's like, what I hate is like, yeah, like you said, she was crushing on this dude since the very beginning of the book. But she was so stubborn that he was her opposite. Like,
Yeah.
she would not allow herself to pursue this relationship. And even though so many people told her, it's okay, even her
Yeah.
her grandma told her that it was okay. Her sister told her it was okay. Who else told her okay? The guy told her it was okay.
Yeah, like
And even like her client, that chick was like, this dude is like crushing on you.
yeah,
like-
it's just like stop wasting people's time and money. Like
Yeah.
just yeah, go for it.
Yeah, she was just, what's it called? Like, she was so against opposites attract. Like, she would only want people who were similar to each other to like marry each other. And I was just like, that would be the most boringest relationships ever if you just had,
Yeah.
well, not all, like, some,
Yeah.
there's some relationship that works, but still, like,
That's like, I mean, you learn from them anyways, so
I know.
good. Yeah.
This
like,
guy is telling you that he likes you, and you're like, oh, I like you too, but no, we don't work together because we're opposite. I'm like,
you're a rat. I'm a horse. Like,
yeah. And like this whole time, like they're like getting along so well. When they argue, they have play fights. It's like play argues, like a lot of couples have.
yeah.
And that's not,
And
that's nothing bad.
and he seemed like the perfect guy. Like there was nothing really wrong with him that I saw. Like he could cook. He was good looking from the description.
He was funny.
He's the owner of our company.
Yeah. Like he was
Rich.
yeah, he was just straight up about himself. Like he's a walking green flag. She was the red flag in this relationship.
So stubborn.
Yeah. The only reason I gave it like a high 2, like borderline 3, is because like of me. Like I think it's just I like their banter when they were on their dates. Yeah, like dates together and dates apart. Like,
Oh yeah, when she was freaking describe. Oh yeah, so like when we watched a baseball game, and then I got like 2 hot dogs, and like she's describing the hot dog. Like I don't need to know, like what? I don't
but
need to know
honestly,
about the
kind of
hot
made me
dogs.
crave a hot dog.
Yeah, but like it's not necessary. A hot dog. Like I get it if it was like something Chinese, like the pastries. I get.
Oh, the
like,
pastries in the
mooncakes.
beginning. Yeah.
Yeah, but then the hot dog. Come on, we all know most of us know what a hot dog is. Okay. Like, anyways,
I was Lunar Love.
yeah, that was Lunar Love, guys.
Yeah, Lunar Love.
Pick it up. I'm
Pick
sure
it up.
will.
Don't pick it up. The plot. Like, if you just read the plot, it's very interesting.
Yeah.
But I think after listening to us, I don't know if you want it.
I mean, it's subjective, Most of our reviews are pretty bad, but
Yeah. We don't follow the norm.
yeah.
I just complained about a 4-star book, so I don't know.
I know.
Okay.
Okay.
Your last 3. Oh, I mean your last 2, sorry.
My last 2? Okay.
Did you have 3? That's what I meant.
Okay, so remember last time when I said that Abby Jimenez was gonna be like my automatic like read?
Yeah.
Okay. So I picked up Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. It's available on Kindle Unlimited. It has about like 4-point-something stars on Google and
Why are you
Goodreads.
hiding? Why are you hiding? Why are you hiding?
Like, okay, so the book that I read during last month's review, I gave it like 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. It was like a small town boy with a like city girl trying to make their lives work together. And I like that trope, This one. So this is my book with a curse.
Okay.
So the setup of this is that they can't whoever they date and they break up with, their ex will find their true love and get married. Whatever.
Yeah.
They themselves can't find true love. It's always like it ends and then you know.
Mhm.
And so they find each other on Reddit. And she replies to something he posted about, and it's some like he posted about like his curse or whatever, and she was like, I have the same curse too.
Mhm.
And then it starts like a whole conversation between the two, and he sets up a plan so that they like if they both can date each other and break up, then they'll both find their soulmates afterwards.
Mhm.
I'm like, okay, that synopsis like got me. I was like, okay, I'll read it. And like the fact that it's Abby Jimenez and everybody liked this book. So like after reading the book, like the curse didn't feel present like after the initial discussion about the curse between the two in the beginning. Like the rest of the book, the curse was kind of just like ignored. Like the author didn't really talk about it much again. I would like to see more of the curse. If you guys read this, let me know your thoughts. But yeah, so this, I just like, it felt very insta-lovey. And yeah, I like my romances to like have a bit of a slow burn, but it was obvious that they were like all for each other from the get-go. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, and it just, oh, and like there's like a weird, there's a third act breakup. I don't know if that's a big spoiler. There's a third act breakup that, like, personally, I would have not given another chance if it were me. Like, I don't know. But yeah, there's like, I guess like serious themes in here that, I appreciate Abby Jimenez like trying to like talk about and whatnot. But yeah, like the characters and like the insta loviness didn't do it like hit home for me. Yeah, that was that. And the third act breakup didn't work for me. So it's just for the summer.
Um. Let's see. I guess I'm done with the twos. My low 3-star book is Dead of Summer. I know, look at that. Dead of Summer. This book caught my eye last year when we were looking for Halloween books. And then, like, I think one of our prompts was like a horror book. And like when I was like going through YouTube, this, I forgot who it was, this YouTuber said, oh, Dead of Summer is like a perfect like campy horror book. I'm like, okay. So I remembered, and then I decided to read it because it was like a red cover, red and black. I'm like, okay. So it is about a week at summer camp, and this camp counselor, she comes across this serial killer who ends up being her co-counselor. So he's there to kill some kids. And it turns out that to stave off his murderous tendencies, she has to distract him for a week. Yeah. And I didn't find this out until later on, that this is if Jason Voorhees, like, was it Jason Voorhees or Michael Myers, the one who was killed at Camp Crystal Lake? Who was it?
Jeez.
Jason?
I think that's Cheese. Then
Yeah, Jason Voorhees. Because Michael Myers is the guy with the...
right?
I don't know. I'm not into... I need Lee's opinion or answer, because he was into that horror stuff. Anyways, it is like cooking up with Jason Voorhees.
Okay.
And smut.
Oh, okay.
So when I say distract him for a week, I mean distract him for a week. Okay? Doing whatever he wants to do so he doesn't kill kids.
Okay.
I gave this a low 3 just because there was so much repetition. And I'm not talking about the smutty stuff, okay? Honestly, it wasn't... I mean, there was a lot, but it wasn't a lot. I was just talking about the outside plot, like the side plots. Like, this main girl kept talking about one of her campers, like, so much. Like, almost every chapter, she's like, oh, she's so smart. If we don't watch out for her, she's gonna be a killer someday. Oh my gosh, she's so smart. She's the one who will, like, rule the world one day. Oh, she's so clever. If we don't watch out for her, she's gonna rule us all. I'm like, okay, we get it. You think this little girl is weird. Okay? I don't need to know that you think she's gonna be a serial killer someday, like every single chapter. I get it. Oh my gosh, it was just so annoying. I'm like, every single time she's talking about this little 12-year-old girl, I'm like, she is not part of the story right now. I don't want to know about this little girl who's gonna be a serial killer if you don't watch out for her.
I know, that's kind of like creepy to like hear about a child and then go into smut.
Yeah,
Like,
I was just like,
yeah.
what is... I know, I get it that you're a camp counselor and you have to watch some kids, but you're kind of focusing on one child right now. And then, spoiler alert, this campground is just a breeding ground for serial killers.
Oh.
I'm like, there's serial killer. Okay, there's the main serial killer, the love interest, and then there's another serial killer who just happened to wander by, and then there's another serial killer who happens to be another counselor, and then here's this little budding serial killer who's in the form of a 12-year-old girl. I'm like, how? Where are all these serial killers coming from? Was there like a notice or like a letter or an announcement, like just gathering up all these serial killers at this little campground? I'm like, okay, well, This is dumb. And
Oh no.
and of course, her love interest, like, oh, I'm not gonna kill anyone anymore because you told me not to. I love you now. I changed my ways. And then there's these other two serial killers that are trying to kill people. I'm gonna kill them for you.
Oh no.
And she's like, oh no, oh no. But watch out, this 12-year-old girl is gonna become one someday. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Oh
Oh,
wow.
the ending was dumb.
Oh wow.
Ah.
Oh gosh. Anything else? Anything else I need to know?
You just watch out for the 12-year-old girl.
Okay. Uh. Dang. So I have a bunch of threes.
Same, a bunch of threes, maybe
Oh,
and 2 4s.
yeah, a bunch of threes. Okay, they're probably not gonna be in any particular order.
Nothing ever is.
So I guess, okay, no particular order. So I read Gallant by B.E. Schwab. B.E. Schwab is a very popular author now. She's written a bunch of stuff like The Secret Life of, what is it called? It's
Addie LaRue.
The Invisible Life of Addie
That
LaRue.
one.
The oh my god, what is her other books? Anyways, you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So this book I guess, like, how do I explain it? So it's about this orphan girl. Something like, what's it? She was mute, and like she's at an orphanage, she's mute. All the other girls are scared of her because, like, not only is like she weird, but like she knows how to like get payback. And like if, like, for example, like there was a girl like making fun of her or something, or bullying her, and then she got payback by like dumping like a bunch of like bugs on her while she was sleeping or something in her hair and stuff, and you know, that's how she gets payback or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So like this setup is kind of like The Secret Garden, I guess. Like she receives a letter from like a relative who happens to live in this like big manor, and then like she gets taken from the orphanage to come to this manor to live there, blah blah blah. But then like once she arrives, it turns out that the person that sent her the letter has been dead for a long time, and it really is somebody from, like, think of Stranger Things, the
Mhm.
Upside Down.
Mm-hmm.
It's an upside down world in this, an upside down manor. She received a letter from somebody in the upside down manor.
Okay.
And like with like that synopsis, that like kind of like that's what drew me to the book. I was like, ooh, that's like kind of creepy. And but then like once you learn like what's in the upside down manor, it was like, what? Like it's like, really? It's like I was hoping for something like much more bigger and like gasp worthy, I guess you could say. Like something shocking. I felt like B.E. Schwab didn't really try in that aspect.
Mm-hmm.
Like with the potential of what could have been in the underworld manor or the other world manor. Uh yeah, so that like once we were introduced to that world, it fell flat for me because like it started off strong. Like I liked the main character. She was like seemed like she was spunky and whatnot, and she seemed pretty unique. And yeah, it's unfortunate that it didn't like stay on that, level of interest for me. And I could see why people didn't really give this a great review. But yeah, that was Gallant.
Cool. My 3 stars. Let me see here. It's the Ali Hazelwood book. Deep End. It was
Okay.
It was one of those anticipated releases all over TikTok or Instagram. I don't know, but I got it. Look at the sprayed edges from Target too.
Yeah.
No, Barnes and Noble. Actually, I got it Barnes and Noble. So yeah, Deep End. It was a book where I was like, I wouldn't say this was one of my favorites of her book, but I got it because I like reading Ali Hazelwood. So this book was a little different. It's a story between 2 types of swimmers. One is the guy is actually like a competitive swimmer, and the girl is a competitive diver. 2 different things. They made sure you knew it was 2 different sports, which I get.
Okay.
So things happen one night when her teammate gets drunk and she tries to hook her up with her boyfriend. Yeah, weird.
Wait, repeat that?
So Scarlett and what's his name? Lucas. Okay, Scarlett and Lucas are the 2 main characters.
Okay.
Lucas's girlfriend at the time gets drunk one night at this party, and she tries to hook up her boyfriend Lucas with Scarlett. Yeah. Like she's like, oh my gosh, have you guys met? You guys should hook up. You guys should kiss. You guys should have sex with each other. Granted, she's drunk.
Okay.
A few months pass, and Scarlett, the main character, finds out like, oh, they've actually broken up in secret, but they pretend to still be boyfriend and girlfriend in public. And it turns out her teammate was actually like kind of telling the truth, like, hey, you guys should hook up because you guys are into the same things. And of course Scarlett was like, I'm not gonna hook up with your ex-boyfriend because, you know, hoes before bros. But when they find out that they both have similar interests, that's when they get on each other's radar, and then blah 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 blah, romance ensues. and they get together. It was pretty interesting in the very beginning up until they started getting together. It's just so weird. Like, it's about two swimmers, but since this was Allie Hazelwood, she tried to put a sciencey spin on it. Like, they both want to become doctors. Like, they both want to go into the science field. And I'm like, oh, that's great. But it's, for me, it's like totally off script. I'm like, okay, it doesn't really need to be included, but whatever. And
in a diaper, right?
But anyways, like, the plot started becoming convoluted to me. I was like, yeah, they're hooking up, but the ex-girlfriend, I guess, wanted to still pretend that they were still together in front of people, but she was seeing another dude. And so these two main characters have to keep their relationship a secret because they didn't want to hurt her. They didn't want to hurt their image. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, my brain. And then the main character doesn't want to ruin her friendship with her teammate, but she's also like falling for this guy. So she's willing to keep everything a secret, but this guy wants to get closer to the main girl, but he still keeps on in contact with his ex-girlfriend because they were friends since, I don't know, middle school, high school. And I'm like, ow, my brain. I'm so
Okay.
And then at the very end, the teammate does something shitty, and I'm like, I knew it. I totally knew it. Why else would she want to keep it a secret?
Oh gosh.
But yeah, I don't know. It was just a weird read to me compared to like the other books. Like, in the other books, science was part of the main story. This I think Allie Hazelwood should have just left the science out of this book.
Yeah.
Cause her trying to fit science in every book that she writes, it just doesn't hit the mark. It just totally, it's like it should have totally like been left out.
It just makes it longer.
Yeah. But anyways, what was I gonna say? And then when I was reading, while I was reading this book, I noticed like the way she wrote this girl character. Like, I feel like she probably had she written her as like she had like some type of mental disability, but she doesn't outright say it because the way she acted and her mannerisms, I'm like, I think she's probably part of the spectrum. She's got a little tism in her. But I mean, like, that's fine if she did, but it would totally make sense on why this character is the way she is, you know? But anyways, it was just, to me, it was like a 3-star read. It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. It was just meh.
Meh.
It was just meh. But, you know, pretty cover, pretty sprayed edges, put that with my collection of Allie Hazelwood.
What book should I do next? Huh?
Uh-oh.
So
What?
I have a lot of three. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's just. So this will be my adaptation.
Okay.
So this had already been adapted adapted into a movie. Let me pull it. Okay. So I read Enola Holmes,
Oh, nice.
the first book.
I didn't know that was a
Um,
book.
Yeah, I didn't know either. I was just like perusing, seeing like what things have been a book originally,
Mm-hmm.
and I found this. So yeah. So this is a I guess middle grade. This is a middle grade book. This is the little sister of the famous Sherlock Holmes detective. In this book, we follow Enola Holmes. She just found out that her mother has vanished. You
Dun
don't know
dun
why.
dun.
Vanished, and Enola seeks the aid of her older brothers, Sherlock, and I forgot what the other brother's name is.
Mycroft.
Mycroft. So she seeks help from them, and they help, but they during the process they kind of force her to go back to school and stuff, which she doesn't want to. She wants to look for her mother. So she sets out and runs away to look for her mother, who has left clues for her that only, I guess, a woman detective would know.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Sherlock and Mycroft didn't figure it out or something. But yeah, so I gave it a 3. It was fine. Um, for a middle grade. I did like the movie a bit more because we kind of saw the relationship between Enola and the love interest unfold a little bit. With the banter and, the looks that they gave each other. In this, you don't get much from with that. And yeah, and there was just like more that was added to the movie with like what we saw with Enola and her mother and whatnot. That yeah, I like how they adapted this book more than the actual book. And yeah, and then this ended so abruptly. That too was a factor.
But
But
is there a book 2?
oh, there's a lot of books actually. But yeah, there is a part 2, which I believe is based on the second movie. Yeah, no, it's good for kids. Yeah, I recommend it for kids. It's fine for me, I guess.
All right. That's cute. I like those movies. My other 3-star rating is Twisted Hates. Can't even see because it's so bright. It's yeah.
Is that the second one?
It's the third book. It's white with the pink ombre, like a pink grass. I don't know. So this is the third book of the Twisted series. I chose. Okay, disclosure. This I'm gonna disclose something. I didn't read the first two books. Okay, I totally skipped the two and just read the third one. One, because it was the only one I can find at Book Off, and two, well, not and two. Two, it was one of the it was one of the only plots I was actually interested in. And three, it was a pinkish cover for this month's read.
Oh yeah.
Pinkish.
Okay, I got that.
Yeah, I saw some of your books that were red.
Yeah.
But yes, this is the third book of the Twisted series, and I think it was announced that this is going to be a show adapted to a TV show.
Okay.
The whole series. And yeah, so Twisted Hate, this is a enemies with benefits book. Enemies with benefits to lovers book. This follows the brother and the best friend of the main character of the first book. And they hate each other at first because what's her name? Jules was kind of like the party girl in the friend group. She always got everyone else in trouble and was the life of the party and all that stuff. And Josh, the brother, he's more of the responsible type. He's studying to become a doctor. He's currently he's a resident at a hospital, and he kind of hates her because she always got his sister like in trouble and stuff. And just to be clear, Josh Chen is Chinese American. So of course, being Chinese or Asian in general, you gotta be like super filial, and you gotta be the best. You gotta be the good child and all that. But with Jules, she was like the opposite. So it's kind of like opposites attract, kind of. But yeah, they hate each other, and then soon that hate turns into tension, so they decide to just become like friends with benefits type of thing. But of course that never works out because someone always catches feelings. And this is just their story of how they got together. Some other dark stuff happens on Jules' end, the main girl's end. And yeah, it's just them finally admitting that they have feelings for each other and that they don't hate each other as much anymore. It was like I said, it was like a meh.
Okay.
It was meh. It was good, and then it became meh.
Was that like the highest rated out of the series?
No,
Is that what?
I
Or like
No, I think the first book was the highest rated, but the third book is the hot couple because of like the brother. Like everyone loves the brother, Josh Chen. I'm like, yeah, okay.
okay.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, it's okay. Like, I think I want to read the first book after reading this one. And if I'm in the mood, maybe I'll read the fourth book, but I don't think I'll read the second book. It's not my type of plot. But yeah, we'll see. If I find the first book in Book Off, then I will buy it and read it. I mean, I guess I could read it on Kindle Unlimited since it's free, but I don't know. I want this to have its companion. Yeah, it needs a friend. But this book is thick. This book is heavy. How many pages is this? This is like 500 pages. This is 500 pages for a contemporary fiction. Hey, the book. My hand hurts from holding this.
Well, yeah, that's thick for a romance.
Yeah, but yeah, I think it's gonna be a series. I'm not sure who picked it up. I think it was either Hulu or I have a feeling it's Hulu.
Okay. So. Okay. So.
Okay, you're getting ready. Okay.
My, books are subjective.
Yes.
Not everybody is gonna like them like as much as everybody else. So I picked
Oh my gosh.
I was like,
Wow.
okay, I'll give him another chance.
Okay.
Because everybody was raving about this.
Yeah, guys, if you do not know, I read this book 2 months ago.
Yeah. So this
you
is
think?
what everybody recommended out of like all of his books. Like this and the big ass like book series that he has.
I can picture just Lee just sitting up straight and just be like, okay, what is he?
Okay. So y'all know Brandon Sanderson. If you don't, he's popular for his unique magic systems and like world building, which it did shine through in this book. That's probably why I gave it a 3. Because everything else kind of fell flat for me. Okay, so.
Uh-oh.
You want noodles or what?
No. You know what book Amber's talking about, right?
No, I was cooking noodles.
Miss Bourne.
Oh shit. What did she give it?
Go sit
I
on
was
your...
cooking food, so I didn't.
Oh no.
What was cooking?
Okay, go sit.
Books are subjective.
No.
Okay, guys. Oh no, I'm gonna cower. I'm gonna cower. Okay.
Books are subjective.
Books are subjective.
And we are known for our biased opinions. We are not unbiased. We are totally biased.
Okay. So I did compliment Brandon Sanderson Lee. If you haven't heard, I said he had unique magic systems and world building.
Okay.
But, the rest of the storytelling fell flat for me. So, there was not enough emotional... my words. Okay. There was not enough emotional complexity with any of his characters. I thought when he first introduced the main character, or one of the main characters, Ben, I was like, okay, she was abandoned, like she's being abused by like her crew, like her current crew, blah blah blah. She's like, like I thought I was gonna be like, okay, I'll root for her, blah blah blah. She's gonna show me some emotion like throughout the book. And then, once she gets into this new crew, like, that's kind of like it. And she's just swallowed by the whole Mistborn thing, and
Mhm.
like I get no emotion from her whatsoever.
It was
And,
like she was written by a man.
I know, and like the romance that was trying to happen in this book, I was like, why? Like, why? Like, why are you intrigued by this guy, and why do you like her? Just because you found out she was Ska? That's why you're intrigued by her now? Like, it did not make sense. And like she kind of got like annoying near the end. Yeah, she, like, to me, she kind of got annoying in the end. And the fact that he was able to do what she did to the antagonist, when the antagonist did what he did
Mhm.
to the other main character that has been doing this Mistborn thing for so long. Like, how she was able to do that, I was just like, what? Like, what? Like, really? And yeah, and I would have liked to see more involvement from the rest of the crew members in this. Feel like we're mostly just following Kelsier and Ben when there's like they have this whole crew that they put together initially. And I do see that there was a lot of inspiration from American slavery. I do see that a lot.
Mhm.
And so much so that there's a character in this. Like, I don't know if I should say this. There's a character in this. Okay, so the Ska, right?
Yeah.
The Ska.
Mhm.
They're not just slaves.
Mhm.
So the Lord Ruler created this race of people specifically to become slaves.
Mhm.
So this race is all slaves.
Mhm.
And he built them a little differently from everybody else.
Mhm.
You know, they're like built in their endurance and the fact that they have high reproduction. They can reproduce better than other races. And like, I'm like, okay.
Even he controls that too. When to reproduce.
I mean, like, there are the slave owners that would constantly rape the slave girls that they found attractive.
Mhm.
And the rule is that you're supposed to kill who you, I shouldn't be saying that word on this stream.
When you
So-
when you essay
When you
essay
so
a woman.
the slave owners, whenever they essayed a slave, they're supposed to kill them.
Mhm.
But there, in some cases, that doesn't happen, and
Mhm.
there are offspring.
Mhm.
So, anyways, there is a character on the crew. He is the nephew of one of the older crew members. I think he has a long name. I remember this specifically. He's the nephew, and Kelsier gives him a nickname.
Mhm.
It's like, you know who I'm talking about, right?
Spook. No.
You're close, but I don't know if I could say his name. So the name that Kelsier gave the nephew
Mhm.
is a derogatory term for a black person. And so every time I read that, I was taken out of this story. I was like, why? Like, you could use like any name. Like, you could have gave him any nickname. Like, why would you give him that name? And like, I don't know. Is it just me, guys? Like, did I catch that? Like, so yeah, so it was a slave. And Kelsier nicknamed this guy that derogatory term. And yeah. So that, I was just like, whoa.
I think I know who you're
Whoa.
talking about.
Yeah. I was like, whoa.
Wow.
uh,
What did I give it? I forgot what I gave it.
I don't remember, because
3.5 out of almost 4. Mistborn. Yeah.
what is... Lee says, yeah, that was pretty messed up. Everyone's entitled to their opinions, and I respect yours and Mia's.
He doesn't respect mine.
Right? Like, okay, like, other people caught that, or no? Like, the nickname and, like, the fact that, you know, it was a race created by antagonists to be slaves. Yeah, I don't know. You guys tell me. I'm not... Last day of Black History Month, folks. Yeah, so I'm not an expert. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, like, reading that, I was like, whoa. Okay.
No.
And like, yeah. It's just, and other descriptions that were done. But yeah. And I felt like there was like a lot of repetition. Like how somebody would be talking and then Ben would have her little internal monologue like, oh yeah, that's right, because blah 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 blah. And then Kelsier right after would be like, yeah, you're right. And then blah 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 blah. Like, okay, like you don't need to hear like 2 confirmations. Just like there was a lot of that. And just like the whole like even though the magic system is unique, there's a lot of repetition. Like, oh yeah, my copper's burning up. Like, oh, I need to burn pewter now. like I can't tell. Is she burning copper right now? I can't tell if she's an elementor or something like that. I'm like, there's a lot of that. And so yeah, I just got like, it went on forever.
Well, it's not your book. I'm assuming
Yeah,
you're not going to read the second book?
Probably not. I would say I read quite a few of his book series, like at least the first ones, and none of them really hit with me. Like Tress of the Emerald Sea may have like come close, but that's just because it was inspired by The Princess Bride. But yeah, guys, sorry.
Don't be sorry. Everyone's entitled to their opinion.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so I will show you a series of books. It's a 3.
Oh, wait. Sorry. Sorry. Okay. He says, at this point, you guys are saving the best for last, reading the Starlight Archives, and I'll finally shut up about Brandon Sanderson. Nah, that's a commitment. I already committed to so many of his books. CJ said, we need more confirmations. Lee, please, I'm only married to her.
Okay. So this is a 3 books series, but they're all companion books. They're all standalones. It is a range from 3 to 4. So this is the first book, Fix Her Up. This is the second book, Love Her or Lose Her. This was my second chance romance. And this is the third book, Tools of Engagement, which has the red cover. So from least to most favorite, I would say the third book, Tools of Engagement, is my 3-star rating. So this whole series is like a HGTV home renovation type of books, all about renovating, like renovating houses, renovating your relationships, renovating yourself. So this third book, Tools of Engagement, it is a age gap romance, opposites attract kind of book. The girl is actually older than the guy, and they like, so she is part of this big legacy of house flippers, I guess. And so she decides to strike out on her own because she wants to try to flip a house all by herself because her brother didn't allow her to. So she kind of makes a bet with her brother to see who can flip the worst house into like the best house, I guess. And then this TV network catches wind of it, and then they decide to make a whole TV show about it. So she recruits this dude from her brother's team, or he volunteers to help her, and blah blah blah, romance ensues. They get together. I didn't like this one as much as the other books. It was okay. The girl was kind of annoying to me. But yeah, let's move on. Love Her or Lose Her is the second book. I would give this a 3.5. My second chance romance. It is about a married couple who are on the verge of divorcing, but they decide to go through this marriage boot camp to try to save their relationship, because they still kind of love each other. I mean, they're still attracted to each other, but she admits that she doesn't love him as much anymore, so he steps into gear. He's like one of those silent broody types of dudes that doesn't talk about their feelings, but he'll show his love through actions, which she kind of doesn't catch. So all the little things that he does for her, she doesn't notice it, so she thinks that he doesn't love her anymore because he never talks about his feelings. So he tries to save their marriage in a way. So they're renovating their relationship in this series.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Which made me kind of mad at the woman, because it was she thinks that he wasn't putting anything into their relationship, but in actuality she wasn't doing anything either. So he was a soldier who came back from Iraq, so of course that changes people, right?
Yeah.
Instead of her trying to help him or talk to him, like talk through his like experience. Like after one rejection, she was like, okay, well, I'm done. Like she doesn't try to talk to him anymore. She like doesn't talk about her dreams anymore. And granted, he doesn't talk about himself. He's like since he's like the silent type. So now they're just like trying to get back into each other's like lives. So I was like, oh, that's sad. Oh, for you.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, but you know, it's a romance, so they kind of fix themselves. My favorite out of the whole thing, the whole series, was the first book, Fix Her Up. I love this one. I read this.
Wait, I think you got muted.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, I did. So these two books followed the prompts for this month, like Second Chance and the red cover. But I wanted to read this book again, just so I can like remind myself of the side characters. And I totally forgot that I love this book. It made me cry again.
Oh.
I cried twice. So this follows the little sister of that legacy family that I was telling you about. She is okay. She plays a clown for a living. You know those party clowns?
Oh, okay.
So she is a party clown for kids. And so she's known as like, I wouldn't say the black sheep of the family, but she's the only one who didn't go into the family business. And so they don't really take her seriously because she's a clown as her career. And then she meets I don't know how to say this. She meets with her brother's best friend again after he gets into this big accident as a professional baseball player. So she tries to help him get back out into the world. But she isn't taken seriously. Oh my gosh, I'm so like out of touch. I'm like out of order, sorry.
No, it's okay.
Okay, so she's the youngest. She's not taken seriously. So for her to be taken seriously in the family, she decides to get into a fake relationship with him. So people think she's grown up.
Okay.
And then he agrees to get into a fake relationship with her. So like the baseball gods or whatever think that he's a responsible family man.
Okay.
So yeah. And it's kind of what made me cry is because she is so like her insecurities just makes me sad. Because
do you relate or
not on all aspects, but like I mean, she's the youngest, she's a party clown. So since no one takes her seriously, she doesn't get the same opportunities as her older siblings. Like everyone sees her as this big kid and not as like a grown woman because of her career choice. So she thinks dating her brother's best friend will help those chances. And of course, romance ensues. They kind of catch feelings with each other, but she thinks that she will never be good enough for him because she'll always be the little sister, the clown, you know?
Okay.
That's where it got me.
Oh no.
I was just like, oh, feelings. I mean, I'm the oldest in my family, so I was always taken seriously.
Oh, but you can you understand. You can you get her feelings.
I get her feelings. Yeah. I don't know. It's my favorite. This is my favorite one. Thanks, sir. I think this was my first Tessa Bailey book. I got this book when everyone was reading It Happened Last Summer. Was it that book? It Happened One Summer. The one with the blue cover. The girl was wearing like a blue and white striped dress, and the guy was like fisherman type.
Was it the one that you read?
Yeah, I think so. I read it. Yeah, I read it.
That one? Yeah.
Yeah, It Happened One Summer. Everyone was reading that book.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, sorry, you guys. My words escape me
Me too.
all the time. Okay, I'm getting in that age. I can't speak.
Same here. God. Okay. Okay. Another 3-star. So this is a manga.
Mhm.
Mind you, this doesn't cover much of the story. One of the most popular anime series out there right now.
Attack on Titan. Is it? Is it still popular right now?
Oh yeah, it's like
I know it was popular like 3 or 4 years ago, but now I think it's all about Spy Family, right?
I mean, like story-wise, I think this is probably as timeless as like Full Metal Alchemist and Death Note, I guess. Like it's like that. It's like
Yeah,
it's gonna live on.
it's always gonna be like popular.
Popular, yeah. So
Attack on Titan.
okay. Lee said, alright, Amber, I forgive you. AOT is sick.
Mm-hmm.
I gave it 3 stars. Remember, my 3 stars aren't in any particular order. Okay, so the reason why I gave this 3 stars was that it didn't cover much of the overall story since it's a manga. Like they're short. So yeah, in this volume, we are introduced to this like city that was like built to like protect like the human race from these giant like titan that like for some reason only want to massacre and eat human people. They don't care about like the wildlife or anything. They just for some reason want to eat people. And so we're introduced to this city that has like these massive walls and stuff, and we're introduced to a few of our main characters, siblings Eren and Mikasa, when they're kids, and the city was attacked by this like colossal titan that was like so much taller than the other ones, and this Titan breaks through the outermost wall and just like the Titans pretty much destroyed that whole area. And so the city is like made up of multiple like barriers. So there's like so many walls leading up to the center of the city. So like the survivors escape to an innermost area of the city, and so then our main characters join like this military training to you know to train to be in their like sort of military. And yeah, and then it ends off abruptly with another attack on the city. And like spoiler, somebody gets eaten, and it's cliffhanger. That's it. So that's why I gave this a 3-star, because like you don't get much from it, and we're just like, oh, and it ends off on like a major cliffhanger. So yeah, so we'll see like if I or when I continue the series, how the next volumes will unfold. But we'll see. Hopefully, it picks up. Lee says Mia needs to watch the first episode. It's so gory.
I did watch the first episode. I watched the second episode and the third episode, and then I stopped. I think I watched after the third episode. I stopped watching after a certain character died, and I was like, okay, I'm done.
When?
Oh,
With you.
When?
With you.
When?
With you.
Yeah, that doesn't my question. When?
I don't know. With you.
I think I was like in and out. Like I would watch whenever CJ is watching, but like I would not catch all of it. So I don't know entirely what was going on, but I do remember that he stopped watching when they introduced like the smart Titan, and we were like, oh, okay. Yeah, and we were like, okay, whatever. And then like CJ like read or watched like YouTube spoilers because he didn't want to finish it or something. And so I was like, you know what? It's all the volumes are available on Kindle Unlimited. So I was like, you know what? Might as well. Oh, and this could be my adaptation. CJ says, gotta power through it. It's a second half type of manga / anime. Lee says, Brett is so good near the end though.
Well, yeah, I stopped watching after a character died, and I was just done. I was like, no more. I don't want to watch no more.
Everybody's dying.
Everyone is dead. But then my favorite character died, and I was like, I don't want to.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see how it feels.
All right. So my last book of this month, it wasn't the last book I read, but my last book to present, I'm giving this a 4-star. It has a curse as the main plot, and it is a movie adaptation. And I grew up reading this book. It's like one of my favorite books that I read when I was growing up, and I can't believe I still have it. It's Ella Enchanted.
Oh yeah.
Ella
I remember
Enchanted.
you made me watch it.
Did I?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
You brought like the DVD or something over.
You better watch it. Yes. Look at this. Like I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's like yellowing. It's so like old. This is like a book that it's like one of my. I think I got this book when I was maybe, I want to say middle school, when I was in Bell.
Oh.
Or earlier than that, I don't know. But yeah, I was like looking at my bookshelf, wondering what book to read for my book movie adaptation. I was thinking of reading Harry Potter, or something. But then I was like, I saw this book. And I'm like, of course, and it's a cursed book.
Oh.
It's a cursed book. If you guys don't know about Ella Enchanted, you guys been living under a rock. Okay, if you don't know the book, the movie with Anne Hathaway and Hugh Dancy. So it is about a girl who was cursed when she was born by a fairy. She was cursed with obedience, meaning she had to do whatever she was told to do, no matter what. She had no choice.
It's coming back to me.
Yes. She had no choice. Like, it had to be a command. If it was in a form of a question or something like that, she was okay to disregard. But if it was a command like do your chores or read your book, no, even if it was intentional or not, she had to do it. So I think this book starts off when she's, I want to say 15 or 16 years old, and her mother dies. And of course this is based on Cinderella, so her mother dies and her dad remarries this woman who has two daughters. Of course they're like the evil stepsisters. One of them finds out she's cursed, so she takes advantage of that, making her do things she doesn't want to do. She ends up going to finishing school with her two stepsisters, which is horrible for her because she is constantly being told what to do, and then she actually does become more of a graceful human being. She meets Prince Charming when she meets Prince Charming at her mother's funeral, which is kind of sad, but it wasn't like one of those love at first sight type of thing. Like, she treats him as like a big brother or a friend. He's like 2 or 3 years older, so if she's 15, 16, 17, 18, yeah, he was like 17 or 18 years old, and you could already kind of see like the interest that he has in her, which is kind of weird because she is like thinking she was a freshman and he's a senior. That's always seemed kind of weird to me. Now that I'm older and I'm reading it, I'm like, dude, she's like 15.
Yeah.
You're almost old enough. You're almost old enough for this to be illegal. But yeah, this starts off as when she's 15. I think it's like 2 years of her life. So, yeah, it was a very, very fun read. Very nostalgic when I was reading this. It's very quick too. Like, even if this was almost 250 pages, like the font is huge, and the what's it called, the lining, the spacing, the margins was big, so it was very quick to get through. Very different than the movie, of course. Like,
did you like the book more or the movie more, or differently?
I think I liked the book more. I remember liking the book more than the movie, because the movie is way different than the book. Like, way different. They aged her up in the movie, of course, because it's Anne Hathaway. She's like legal in the movie.
Okay.
She's legal in the movie. I mean, because she's like a 15-year-old girl, like running around the forests. So I guess they had to make her old enough to actually do that. Um,
Yeah.
they're singing. They're singing in the movie, and like they changed some of the characters. Like the elf in the movie, Slannon, he's an old elf in this book. He's like the leader of the elves in this book, while in the movie he's like a young elf who wants to become a lawyer, who hates singing.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, other than that, you know what? No, it's different. They're both different. It's like the movie took its own liberties when it came to adapting the book. So it's like two different movies. Yes.
Yes.
No, I mean, yes, what do you need? Oh.
IT is
They're
here.
still open.
Oh. Food?
Yeah. Hold on. Take a quick break. I need to order my... How do I order matcha lemonade?
Wait, Starbucks?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so if I order... How do I order an iced matcha lemonade?
Is it like a menu item or is it something you have to like?
I think it's something I actually have to like make. So do
then
I...
probably just get a lemonade, add matcha?
But I can't see it because the lemonade comes in a bottle. So would I have to order matcha and remove the milk and add lemonade?
Mm,
Mm.
I mean, you can.
Oh, you know what?
Probably.
This is not the Starbucks app. It's totally different.
Dude, this
Was
DoorDash.
it?
I mean, there's a freaking Uber.
It's Uber.
Oh, you can't like custom.
No, I can't customize it. Ah, man.
Can you
I
do
can
a
get something for
green tea
myself.
lemonade, add matcha, or no?
I can get an iced green tea. No. Man.
Well, I'm staying up, so just I don't know if you want to stay up.
Okay. You know what? I'll just get a refresher. What? No, I just have to decide. Mango dragon fruit. That's fine. Venti, of course.
Starbucks, guys.
Starbucks.
Starbucks break. Just getting caffeine, guys.
Dude.
You guys playing Monster Hunter? Is that why?
Yeah, Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
Okay, done. Here you go. Thanks. Take you. Remember, I gave Mistborn a 4. And we gave it a 3.
Dang.
Then we go to the bus.
All right.
Yeah, that's my last book. Ella Enchanted. If you guys never read the book, read the book. It's middle grade.
Has a special place in her heart.
Special place right here.
Okay. So, a few other threes. No particular order. Let's go with next. Oh my gosh, where's the cover? Try to make these quick.
Is this Starbucks open this late?
I know the one in National City is like 24/7. I don't know about this. Okay.
Ooh.
So I read this one by Phoebe McFadden. she's very popular on Kindle Unlimited for, you know, the what's it called?
The Housemaid.
Housemaid.
That's
Yeah,
becoming a movie.
Yep, that's being adapted.
Mhm.
With Sydney Sweeney
Anne
and
Hathaway and Josh Hartnett. I just saw some
not
photos.
not Anne Hathaway. It was
No, it
Mean
is.
Girls.
No, it is Anne Hathaway.
They switched it.
I think so because I just saw photos.
I know Anne Hathaway. I thought she was gonna be in Verity.
Oh yeah, that's Verity.
Yeah, she's gonna be the wife in Verity.
No, never mind. You're right. It was
She
Verity photos.
crazy. She crazy in Verity.
Anne Hathaway and Josh Hartnett are in Verity. Verity.
It's the Mean Girls girl that's gonna be the wife.
Yeah. Amy
forgot her name.
McAdams.
Huh.
Amy
Great.
McAdams. Rachel McAdams.
So it's the dumb one, the mouse.
Oh yeah. She was in
forgot her
Mamma
name.
Mia.
Yeah, that one.
Dude, her name Amanda Seyfried.
Yes.
And then
We went everywhere. We're naming wrong people.
Amanda Seyfried. Oh,
But yeah, that's gonna be adapted. So this quick read. It was, you know, it's a page turner. Like it was fine for a thriller. Quick little synopsis. It's about this, like this mom and her family. She's like she has some psycho thought processes, like when it comes to like the world around her and like how she sees her like kids and stuff. And she has a daughter who is like the typical teenager who like is always like complaining about like breakfast or like clothes, whatever. Typical teenage girl. And then you got the perfect son who's like, oh, he's on the debate team. He appreciates his mother. He speaks like kindly to his mother. He's like smart, you know, he's top of his class, whatever.
So he's a
The
big mama's
perfect
boy.
Yeah. And like the mom claims she doesn't have a or she admits she has a favorite and it's her son, but like she won't tell anybody else. But yeah, she admits that her son is her favorite and she'll do anything for him. And so we have the perfect son. Like after I told you like, oh, he's like, you know, on the debate team, like he seems like a good kid, but he did have little past dark moments as he grew up, like little accidents he had growing up that kind of makes you like as a reader like sus about him. So that's kind of like the synopsis, and somebody's ends up, so we're like introduced with like the police like interrogating the mom, and she kind of hints that somebody was stabbed to death, and so we go through the book trying to discover who did it, who died, and whatnot. So it was a fun read. It was a really quick read, page turner, and it was fine for it was fine. It was nothing like groundbreaking. I kinda saw the plot twist coming. But yeah, it was still worth a read.
Wait, why did you give it a 3?
It was just like it was fine.
Oh.
Like it was nothing like amazing. Like I've read something like this before, but it was still a good read.
Okay.
And then the next one I read this one at the beginning of the month. So I read Never Lie by Frida McFadden. This one is more my vibe. we have this couple that's going to a house that's like for sale, and it's like this. It's the house of a late psychotherapist that was like that disappeared or something, and she's like a celebrity or
Oh, I think I
whatever.
know.
Yeah, and so they go look at this house. It's like a heavy snow day, so they're snowed in
Mm-hmm.
and they're stuck in this house, and there's like weird things going on in this house. You don't know if it's like haunted or whatever. There's like creepy things, and you're in the point of view of the wife of the couple that's looking at this house, and then you also have a POV from the past of the psychotherapist and what was going on with them. And yeah, this one, it was like her other books. It was a good time. It was a page turner, quick read. I probably would have gave this like, this is probably like a high 3 for me. Even like the plot twist was like, oh my god, it caught me off guard a little bit. But then like, you know, after letting the book like settle in my mind, and like I come back to think about it every now and then, like I realize like the plot twist kind of doesn't make sense. And I've read several reviews saying the same thing, like, ew, like the plot twist doesn't make sense. Like that's probably why I gave it like a high 3, but it was a good time reading it. Overall, it was just that. And okay, and then this was also, oh, this one was more of a 4-star. So I read The Second Chance Here, and I guess this could be a second chance romance in the title. Okay, so this one was kind of like a dumb, like, not like a dumb, but it was kind of like a TV movie, like how it played out, but I enjoyed it. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like it wasn't like crazy. Like, oh, it was, I don't know, I had a good time reading it. And it's about a girl that had like the crappiest year. She broke up with her boyfriend, and like she lost her job, and she moved in with her brother's best friend, who is the love interest.
Of course.
And yeah, and so like the reason why like these bad things were happening to her was because she's not afraid to like stick up for herself and other people. So the reason why she got fired was because she stuck up for like sexual harassment or something in the workplace. And then like the reason why like her boyfriend dumped her was like because she argued with him because like their company wouldn't hire a woman because of like something sexist. And so like that's why like the boyfriend dumped her, because she was getting upset about that. And then and yeah, so she was having a tough year, and then she's or like she lives with her brother's best friend. She feels pitiful. She's watching reruns. She's eating ice cream, and
There's nothing wrong with that.
yeah, and like yeah, and so she goes to this. It's like New Year's or something, and she goes to this party, and there's this fortune teller that like grants her a wish. So you see the Hallmark movie.
Yeah.
There's a fortune teller that like grants her a wish, and she wishes to like take back the year and like start over.
Okay.
And yeah, and so before midnight she goes back to her apartment, and she has a little thing with a little moment with her brother's best friend, and then before anything could like be clarified with that moment, she gets taken back to the start of the year again. And so none of that happened, and the moment was taken back
Oh.
and whatnot. But so we lived through that year again, and she's trying to do things different. She's trying to keep her boyfriend, she's trying to keep her job, and then she realizes that it was like all like for the better that those things happened. And yeah, and she becomes closer with the best friend, um and like she realizes like like he's always had like a thing for her like growing up and whatnot, and it's cute. I don't know, I had a good time. And yeah,
It seems
the
like I
second
would be
chapter.
annoyed with if she's trying to like get back with her boyfriend. I'm like, no.
Oh, like they're already together, so like she wakes up and he's still like in her apartment or whatever. So like nothing, like, yeah, but she's just trying to like prevent these things from happening because she thought she was happy or something. But I must like warn, like this is like super feminist. There's like, yeah, there's a lot of sexual harassment that she sticks, like she, fights, you know, for, and like all that. She's very woman power. And I mean, that's fine. Just like whoever gets tired of that in books, that might be too much, but it works for me in this one. So there's that, the second year chance. And I think my last book was a 5-star, and I just read the short story collection of Stars Above by Marissa Meyer. And yeah, just short stories, like things that happened in the very beginning of the series, like when they were kiddos, and then like some in the middle of the story that helped like develop what happened more. And then at the end, we got somebody got married, somebody got proposed to. It was cute, and I enjoyed it. And that was that.
Your only 5-star.
My only 5-star. Like, probably would have rated that one the lowest. Like, I gave all the books 5 stars, but like, I mean, just because there's like short stories, like whatever, I'll give it 5 stars. And yeah, that was that, guys.
Nice.
So a new month. It's March. Somebody's birthday month.
Springtime is coming.
Spring.
Easter's coming up. Well, Easter's in April, right? I think so.
I don't know. I think it might be at the end of the month. Because, like, daylight savings time is, like, next week, right?
I don't know.
The 9th.
Okay.
Okay, so daylight savings time is the 9th.
Easter's in April. Okay, so March.
Oh, yeah. So our next meeting would be like the 28th. I want to say.
Yeah, 28th is fine.
So what what um what's the word? What tropes or what prompts would you like? Something green?
I could do something green for spring. Shit. I might.
Yeah. Okay, something green.
Something green.
What else? Where do you want me to pick from the
What screams springtime?
a book that screams springtime?
No, I meant like what you know.
Flowers. Flowers on the cover? I don't know. Bunnies? Irish? Shamrocks?
Something that takes place in Ireland. I don't know if there's. Do I have any?
Look at the Irish? I don't know.
Well, I mean, I think it'll be easy to find books with flowers on it.
So green, flowers, and then prompt jar.
Prompt jar.
How many?
What's the? Pick one and see what it is.
Okay. A book from a subscription box.
I don't have subscription boxes anymore.
You don't? You read all your books?
No, I didn't. Okay.
You're dang it.
Okay. Book from okay, you know what? This is a good prompt because I do need to I need to get through these books that I received.
Gosh, I know. I have one coming in here soon. But I do have a lot on my TBR. On my shelves I still need to read.
Yeah.
Alright. So just the 3?
Yeah, what do you think?
I could do whichever.
Well, I'm down for whatever.
Do you have the time for whatever?
I mean,
Oh.
it would be easy. You know what? I'm not gonna say it would be easy. Sure, I'm good with these 3.
Okay. Alright, guys. So we got a book from a subscription box, a book with a green cover, and a book with flowers. Flower or flowers. So if you would like to join in on the next stream, talk about any book you read with those prompts or just books in general, feel free to chime in. But yeah. So how's monster hunting going?
I mean, I only played 1 hour of it, and that was before getting ready for this but that's podcast. Yeah, I only made my character.
Oh.
I only made my character.
So he's like, hurry up.
Yeah, I only like I only got through the character creation and the picking my weapon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So now I guess we're gonna go hunt some monsters after this. Exciting.
Okay. All right. Well, are you gonna stream or nah?
I was thinking about it. Maybe not right now while I'm still like, you know, getting the hang of things. I'm playing keyboard and mouse for this game,
Oh.
and it's kind of a learning curve.
You don't want to use the controller?
Nah, I'll use a keyboard and mouse. If I really can't get my fingers to hit a certain button, then I'll probably switch to controller. We'll see. What about you?
I mean, me and CJ have been playing Path of Exile 2 a lot recently. CJ had to like restart his character because his other character just wasn't cutting it for him. And so I was like, okay, I'll make a new character with you. And so, I mean, it's fine. But yeah.
Did you see all the demos on Steam for Next Fest? All the cozy games?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, there's so many demos out right now for Next Fest.
Free?
Huh?
Free or what?
Well, just demos.
Oh, demos.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which is kind of bad because I've been playing these demos. I'm like, oh, fudge, I want to buy
know.
these games.
And then Split Fiction comes out on the 6th.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Crazy.
Oh, next week?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Split Fiction. Okay.
You're like, oh, shoot.
Dang it, another game. Well, luckily,
I know.
Tales of the Shire kind of got pushed back, so that kind of like gave me time to play other games. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, just let me know when you want to play Split
Oh, yeah.
Fiction.
Yeah, I'll be down to play.
Just
Split
yeah,
Fiction.
just let me know. And then I think it'll be fun because it's like such like a random like plot or whatever.
Yeah.
Like it could like anything could happen. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
in that game. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
you should
Is
stream
there-
that game. For sure.
Yeah, I want to and then make clips.
You and your clips.
I do. They have the highest traction. Like I feel like,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I think it'll be fun. And
Yeah, for sure.
yeah,
For sure.
um,
So look forward to that, you guys. Split Fiction.
yeah, fiction coming out 6. Okay. Is there anything else I'm missing, or anything you want to talk about? Anything?
Not
Coming up?
not on the top of my head. Watch, I'm probably going to remember once we end this.
Dang
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I have things to tell you off stream. Nothing crazy, but just catching up. But we can do that another time. I don't want to keep you.
No, you're good. It's fine.
But yeah, I think that's all I had.
Mm-hmm. I guess we'll see you guys next time then.
Yeah, tune in next time, guys.
Same time, 8 Pacific time, 8 p.m.
Yeah,
Pacific time.
March 28th. Friday.
Friday.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy spring.
Happy whatever else happens in March. Wish my girl a happy birthday.
Who? That's Jay. That's me.
I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say.
All right.
Um,
See you later, you guys.
all right.
Bye bye.
Take care.